Jess Allen of Australia and Team Bike Exchange has the honour of starting the first ever time trial here at the AJ Bell Women's Tour. Riders starting 1 minute apart. The final 10 will start 2 minutes apart. 16.6 kilometre individual time trial, just over 10 miles. The race of truth.
And Lydia, wave the flag, away they go.
Neil Campbell of Team Bike Exchange that's now coming up towards the line. And the word is that she's going quick out on the course. Campbell takes the lead. 25.51 for Tennille Campbell, so she goes to the top of the leaderboard. Onto the start ramp, Lizzie Deignan, and as you would expect, you can hear the crowds, the big smile from the defending champion, twice a winner here at the AJ Bell Women's Tour, straight off that historic victory this weekend in Paris-Roubaix. And it's kind of sometimes looking at the weekend, hard to put into words just how historic Lizzie's ride was.
I think this reception from the fans at the side of the road, seeing it in mainstream media as well, really shows you how special Lizzie Deignan's victory was at the weekend. And having that reception, she's not necessarily known for her time trailing capabilities, but let's not forget, she has been a world champion in the team time trial.
She gets her ride underway here, and that ride at the weekend, over 80 kilometres, every pavé section of Paris-Roubaix to take that victory. Into the finish now, Anna Christian from the Isle of Man drops Le Col, sprinting in towards the finish now, and the drops Le Col rider is going to cross the line with a new fastest time. Anna Christian goes to the top of the leaderboard, 25.41. But Audrey Cordon-Ragot, now the French champion, coming in towards the finish. 5 times national time trial champion of France. Cordon-Ragot crosses the line, and it's a new fastest time for Audrey Cordon-Ragot, 25.27.
Alice Barnes, the British national time trial champion, is about to get her ride underway for Canyon SRAM Racing.
And she'll defend that jersey next week. She's had it for a couple of years now, hasn't she? She won't want to give it back. She's the national time trial and road race champion, but she's been looking good this season in time trials. Back to the finish, Janneke Ensing now in towards the finish line. We'll see what she can do on the line. It's a new fastest time, so the times are really hotting up here. Janneke Ensing goes to the top, 25.28, but right behind her, Veronica Ewers started a minute behind her. This is going to be a blistering time by the Tipco rider, 24.39. Ewers goes to the top of the leaderboard.
Chantal Vandenbroek-Black next up now for SD Works, the teammate of Vanna Shackley. What can she produce today? Because a rider who's been a world team time trial champion, she's been very strong in the time trials throughout this year.
Beautiful sunny day here in Atherstone, the 16.6 kilometre individual time trial. At the top of the leaderboard, Veronica Ewers of Tipco Silicon Valley Bank, the fastest time of 24.39. Anna Shackley second with 24.43. Janneke Ensing third with 25.26. Joss Loudon drops the call, new holder of the world 1 hour record. Joss Loudon has got to be a favourite for this time trial. Alice Barnes, big finish now from the British time trial champion. Alice Barnes sprints to the line and goes to the top of the leaderboard, 24.26. She looked quick.
Leah Kirschman of Team DSM is about to get her ride underway. The former world champion in the team time trial. She's a really exciting prospect up there in the general classification as well. And when we know her capabilities in a sprint to pick up the bonus seconds in the time trial as well, this could be a huge opportunity for Leah Kirschman to put herself up there in the general classification.
Joss Loudon rounds the final corner here, and we've been hearing just how fast she's been out on the course. You can see now that position, how aerodynamic she is on that bike. So Joss Loudon up towards the finish line, and it is a new fastest time, 24.22 for Joss Loudon. What a time.
Really impressive time there for Joss Loudon. Goes 4 seconds quicker than the British champion Alice Barnes. Now this is the rider to watch out for. She is the danger woman. Can she take this time trial and take the overall lead? A rider who's in great form. She's never won a time trial, only won the prologue at the LC Jacobs.
Goes into the day 9 seconds down on the general classification. The winner of Liège, Bastogne-Liège this season, and the winner of La Course. Leah Kirschman, she's been looking quick out on the course. We'll see what she can do come the finish. The Team DSM rider, former Canadian national time trial champion. One of the best time trials I've seen for a while from Leah Kirschman.
Really impressive here for Leah Kirschman, and could be vying for a top spot here at the finish, trying to get all of that effort out here.
Kirschman powering on here. You can see the back end of this course as well. The slight rises, and it's not far now from the finish for Leah Kirschman. Really having to dig deep now, trying to just empty the tank. You want to finish a time trial with absolutely nothing left.
It's a real battle, isn't it? And it's a mental battle as well as physical. You know, it's a race of truth. You're against yourself. And also these riders, they will have the information through the race radio from their sports directors in the car, who will just be behind them, relaying that information, also giving them that motivation as well.
They do just need that encouragement. We're about to see Leah Kirschman now round this final corner. So the Canadian from Team DSM, great sprinter, great time trialist, and you can see the effort now from Leah Kirschman as she heads up towards the line. Let's see what the time is. It's second quickest, 24:23. So the time of Joss Loudon lives to fight another day. Juliette Labousse now into the finish with DSM, and it's fourth quickest for the French rider, 24:26.
Demi Vollering wanting to go and take her first ever time trial victory since she turned professional during her career. This is a really impressive time for Demi Vollering. She's in that motion.
Big effort now by Vollering up towards the line. Demi Vollering looking to try and take the stage, and she goes to the top of the leaderboard. Phenomenal time, 23:18 for Demi Vollering. Knocks Joss Loudon into second place. Looking to try and keep her hopes alive in terms of the general classification. Made it into that breakaway yesterday. Did the FDJ Nouvelle Aquitaine Futuroscope rider. Powers up towards the line. She's not going to hold that jersey. 11th quickest, 24:46 for Caponi. Stage victory, and the new leader of the AJ Bell Women's Tour, Demi Vollering, the Dutch rider from Team SD Works. Phenomenal ride. Demi Vollering wins stage 3 by a massive 1 minute and 4 seconds. Behind her, it was very tight indeed, with just 5 seconds separating Joss Loudon, Leah Kirschman, Alice Barnes, Juliette Labousse and Chantal Black. British riders Abby Smith, Anna Shackley and Hannah Barnes all made it into the top 10. So Demi Vollering claims her first stage win of the AJ Bell Women's Tour. There was no change in the Skoda Queen of the Mountains competition, so Elise Chabet retains the green jersey. Anina Kessler remains in the Iceberg Sprints red jersey. Clara Caponi has lost the overall lead of the race, but she still holds the Sigma Sports points jersey. And the new race leader is Demi Vollering of Team SD Works.
An incredible time trial ride.
In the general classification, the Dutch rider has over a minute advantage over Juliette Labousse, with Clara Caponi now third at 1 minute 19. Amy Peters drops to fourth at 1:22. Aude Bionique is 11 seconds further back in fifth, and Joss Loudon's second place in the time trial lifts her to sixth overall.